He's going to lead off. Phil, where's Phil? He's not here today?
Cody had ice on his ankle today. Is there any chance he'll practice this week?
Yes, I think that he will practice. He got an MRI this morning, and it's just an ankle sprain, so as he feels better, he'll practice.
Cooks was cleared pretty much back to normal today?
Yeah, it was just kind of precautionary, which was smart, conservatively at the game. So he was good to go today.
Mike Tyler obviously out with Clayton able to practice today.
Yeah, Clayton's back just in time and looked good. Clayton looked good.
How did Michael Bauer do going into that situation?
Pretty good, considering he had 0 turns running the offense. I was excited about a number of young guys that played that really hadn't had any repetitions of playing in our offense or defense. I thought Levante Barnett, Akeem Gonzalez, and Brandon Bennett, and Joel Scotty, Jabril Johnson, they all went in there and made some plays. Stephen Christian made a great strip of a ball, caused a fumble. And then offensively, a lot of guys. Mitch Singler had been playing scout team all week and went in and executed, made a play, so got in the books, which was good.
Harrington made some good throws.
Yeah, Richie was poised. He even checked off on a play.
Mike, with Sean taking all the snaps, Cody, and should we just assume that that's going to be the routine?
Yeah, Sean's going to start.
Mike, after a couple of days of watching Stanford, Oregon, what did you learn from what the Cardinals did well?
Well, I learned that once again Stanford has a really good defense, and they just played well, made plays. It's nobody else has really been able to do that, and we've got to attempt to try to do the same thing within the style that we play.
In light of what happened to the Ducks, maybe the stakes a bit higher in this game. Is that good for you and the guys?
The stakes are always high. They don't change for us. That we don't even have to change how we practice or what we do because, as I've told you every week, it's always a big game. And so I told the team today, you've been practicing for big games all year, and just practice like you do and get ready to go and respect the opponent by studying them. And it's a simple formula if it's real. And that's the way we've tried to make it, so that when we get to this thing, we don't have to say, "Oh wow, now we're in a big game."
Mike, is that why you don't change? I mean, the doors are open, fans
are
here, and you keep practice open.
Yeah, I don't think there's any need. We know most all of you and most all the people that come to practice, and if we don't, we'll check them out a little bit more probably. But I love having people be able to come and watch.
Are there similarities between what you do and what Stanford does on defense?
Not really. Structurally, they're a 3-man front, and structurally, we're a 4-man front. But there's principles of defense that apply to everybody.
How the fans feel it, and maybe some players do, but just as far as the rivalry of the Civil War, do the coaching staff, do you feel it? Do you acknowledge the rivalry, or do you try to block it out?
It's a deal like this is to be embraced. It's fun to be involved in it. That's one of the neat things about tradition and history is that this game's been played for a long time. So in the record books, when you total them all up, it means the same thing, a win or a loss. But it's for the moment that you're in, getting to play in a fun game like this, it means a lot to everybody. Not just the people playing in it, but the history of the people. I would say particularly the alums of each school. Oh, I feel always very fortunate to get to coach in the Civil War because I watched it as an emotional bystander as my dad coached, and I had all my heroes were playing. That was really neat to be able to do that, and then that's why it sometimes feels like a little disconnect as far as getting to coach in it and being in it. I'm not sure it's always real, but it's very exciting to be involved in personally.
terms of the trajectory of your own team and the way you're playing in this game, and how do you feel, Coach, going into the game against such a quality?
I'm really excited about our team's opportunity. You know, I know we're going to have to play a super game in a lot of ways to beat them because they are really good, and we have a ton of respect for their team and what they do. But I'm real excited about our team and the way they've worked all year, and I think in a lot of ways gotten better through the year, and so it's really something that we're looking forward to.
Mike, with all the kind of uncertainty and injuries over the past 2 weeks at the quarterback position, I mean, how big was it for Sean to step up and have a game like that?
Oh, I think it's every time you get a chance to play and you play well, make some plays, and things go well. I think it's always good for confidence, and you know, playing in that game and coming out of it this week when he hadn't played the week before, probably a very good thing.
Oregon's offense is set up in a way you have to defend every inch of that field. Can you speak to some of the personnel on their offense that's challenging?
Well, I don't know who to leave out. They have terrific speed guys everywhere. Their receiving core is good, and of course DeAnthony is just a difference maker in all ways, whether he's running with the ball or receiving the ball or whatever they do with him. And Barner's one of the best players in the country. And the quarterback has very, very unique skills. I mean, the combination of his throwing ability, I really like how he throws. He snaps the ball quickly, makes great decisions, and then it's just doubly as dangerous when he pulls it down and runs. So there is the whole field you have to defend, and a whole bunch of speed and good players.
The Ducks have been good for the past several years, but has Mariota really been the big difference this season as far as taking him to another level?
Well, I think that you said it, they've always been good, and I don't know if I can distinguish between goods through the years. They've always, been very, very difficult over the last few years to defend.
And in their defenses, they get what gets lost, it seems, with them sometimes, with the offensive stuff, how good they are on defense.
Through the years, Coach Aliotti has just done a tremendous job, and that's probably been one of the main reasons that have always been, seems to me, since Chip's been there, very good offensively. But what's really helped them rise to a national level is the play of their defense. And they've got some very, very good personnel on defense. That Dion Jordan is one of the most gifted players that we will have played against.
And corners, Ekbrayola in particular, they have a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, they're very confident players and very athletic. They play just with a lot of confidence.
You had 8 guys score touchdowns against Cal. Have you ever had a game like that? 8 different guys scored.
I didn't realize that, Mike. I do know we had 35 first downs, which is really is a good thing, and then we had I think 9 scoring drives, and it was nice to see.